The Nevada men's tennis team is coming off one of its best preseasons to date, despite having poor facilities which force the team to practice off campus. I'm here on campus on their practice court, and as you can see, this court is completely dismantled. You have cracks running through the ground, you have a small tree growing out of the ground. It's amazing just how bad the facilities are, but all of this has not distracted the team from its ultimate goal, which is winning a WAC championship. After coming off of a huge win versus Washington, the Pack now heads to Arizona State, where the team looks to get back-to-back wins versus Pac-12 opponents for the first time in school history. Reporting for Wolfpack Week, I'm Zack Madonick. The Wolfpack now turns their sights on Conference USA champion Southern Mississippi. The Golden Eagles are a solid team on both sides of the football, ranked 21st in the country. But the Wolfpack will be looking for the upset on Christmas Eve in Honolulu, giving their fans and themselves an early Christmas present. For Wolfpack Week, I'm Zack Madonick. Mujetti plans on graduating in 3 years with a degree in engineering. But tonight, her focus will be solely on basketball, as she and the Lady Wolfpack take on St. Martin here at Lawler Event Center. Reporting for Wolfpack Week, I'm Zack Madonick. Well, pass defense isn't all about the defensive backs. The defensive line's job is to put pressure on the quarterback. My job is to put pressure on the quarterback. Right here in this play, you can see we're moving around. We got a stunt between me and Brett, got a hit on the quarterback, and down here you got Ziggy getting the interception. As you can see from the end zone cam, which we'll show in a second, you'll see us moving around, getting that hit on the quarterback, which is so important, and hurrying the quarterback up. There you go. Pick at the bottom of the screen. Tyler Lantrip and the Wolfpack offense go score us a touchdown. Last season, Colin Kaepernick was leading the Nevada Wolfpack to a historical 13-1 season and a WAC championship. A year later, he is an NFL quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers. After being drafted by the 49ers in the second round of last April's draft, Cap has had to adjust to the differences from college football to pro football. Cap explained via Skype interview from his San Francisco apartment, one of those major differences has been the mentality of coaches from the college to pro levels.
The coaches in college, they're going to push you. They're going to do everything they can to motivate you and make sure you're going to keep going. Whereas now it's once you're on the field, you better know what you're doing or it's going to be the next guy's turn and you might get cut.
Cap explained that at the professional level, football is life.
When you say your career is football, you spend your full day at football. I mean, there's times right now during a normal week where we'll go in at 6:30 a.m. and we won't leave till 7 or 8 at night.
Although professional football is hard work, Cap said he receives a lot more perks than he did in college.
I mean, you go from college where you're kind of scavenging for everything you need. You really don't get a lot of things as far as workout gear, cleats, things like that. You really have to kind of savor everything you have. Whereas here, I mean, I walked into my locker the first day and there was 7 pair of cleats in my locker.
Cap has seen time in 2 regular season games so far in his rookie season. Against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Cap led the 49ers to his first scoring drive of his young career. Cap talked about the emotions of getting into an NFL game.
It's definitely exciting to get in the game. We'll see how much more I can get on the field, but I mean, this past week felt really good being able to get in there and have my first NFL scoring drive. Last year, we all watched as Cap led the Wolfpack here at Mackey Stadium. A year later, he leads the San Francisco 49ers on scoring drives at Candlestick Park. Colin's career started out with a bang, and it appears that his future is bright. For Wolfpack Week, I'm Zack Madonick. The Nevada Wolfpack men's basketball team struggled in its first 7 games of the season, but head coach David Carter wanted the team to stay focused on improving.
You know, it's every game you got to try to get better. Schedule, you know, you're at home, and so you don't want to. We already dropped one at home, so any team coming in now that we have to protect home.
The next team to invade Nevada's home court was 4-1 Washington, but the Pack proved up for the task, knowing this was a chance to prove they could beat a top team.
Well, it's big, you know. It's a big program. It's a big school, so it definitely boosts our confidence up even more. You know, just finally we prove ourselves by getting this win. You know, early on we didn't get a win against Missouri State in OB, so you know we really needed to get this big one because you know it's probably the biggest game till the end of the season that we'll have.
Washington took a late lead, but Nevada kept fighting, hitting big shots late. Then with under 10 seconds left, point guard Deontay Burton sent it to overtime.
It was do or die, and I had a good look because he went for the reach. He reached on me, and I had a good look, and I just let it go and didn't think about it.
In overtime, Burton took over, scoring 8 straight points to finish with 31 and found Kevin Panzer for the game-winning shot.
The kick to Panzer, I drove, and his guy stepped up to take the charge, and I jump stopped, and he was wide open. And you just got to trust your teammates, and he knocked it down.
Emotions rode high for Burton after the game as fans stormed the court, and Coach Carter called it the biggest win for the program in over a year.
We haven't had a lot of wins last year. We were very close a lot of games, but for this group, this is their biggest win so far in their careers.
After coming off of a huge win versus Washington, the Pac now heads to Arizona State, where the team looks to get back-to-back wins versus Pac-12 opponents for the first time in school history. Reporting for Wolfpack Week, I'm Zack Madonick. The Wolfpack missed out on a golden opportunity to clinch a share of the WAC title at home Saturday against Louisiana Tech. Nevada was up 20-3 with 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter, but the Bulldogs stormed back, scoring 20 unanswered points, upsetting the Pac 24-20.
I mean, it's a bitter disappointment. That they played well and we didn't. They finished, and that is the difference. I'm just sick about it.
We just couldn't finish, and when you can't finish, that really takes a toll on you because you're like, you went all that way for nothing.
La Tech's game-winning touchdown occurred with less than a minute on the clock. Missed opportunities also stung the Pac as they had to settle for 2 field goals in the third quarter while on Louisiana Tech's goal line.
We had our opportunities. That's the thing that bothers me most, and I'm sure when we look at the tape, we'll look at it and cringe. I mean, it's tough.
If Nevada wins its last 2 conference games at Utah State and at home against Idaho, they will clinch at least a share of the WAC title. For Wolfpack Week, I'm Zack Madonick.